Well guys, this is a gold mine of a box, as you could tell there. Last box, mission 26, a lot of comments, a lot of complaints that it wasn't up to par. It was kind of disappointing. I agree. This box, I think, is a lot better. This is mission 27, and the whole mission here is weather protection, kind of staying safe or staying dry. Let's get into this box. I'm going to go through all the details. And I also wanted to mention, some people were commenting that, you know, why am I changing some of the verbiage? Why am I changing some of the way I do things? With the BattlBox, is BattlBox contacting me? Are they talking to me? Are they telling me what to say? No emails from them. The only emails I get is you got another box sent out to you. That's pretty much it. And for this one, they asked me what size jacket I wear, and that was it. So they don't tell me what to say. They don't, and I like it that way. They just keep things kind of the way they are. I get to say whatever I want, and I'm glad they do that. So I'm not going to mention the prices of each item, either on the BattlBox slip or what they're found to be online, because about 5 or 6 times we've done that. It's been better to get the box and pay for the box than to go and buy the items individually. So I just kind of stopped mentioning that. That's the reason for doing that last time as well. It is always a better deal to buy the box and get all the stuff this way than all by itself, if you like the items. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm just going to show you what the items are, give you my subjective rating on them, and we'll go through it real quick here. Hopefully give you an idea of what I think. Overall, guys, though, I think this is a pretty good box. All right, guys, basic box, $25 subscription cost. We get, firstly, Frog Togs Adult Poncho. It's a one-size-fits-all kind of poncho. Frog Togs, from what I understand, is a pretty decent company. And you get this nice pouch with a little clip to hang it up somewhere. You can never have enough ponchos, in my opinion. You know, you can always put one in the car. You can put one in your survival kit. You can put one in your first aid kit. This is a nice one because it unclips, and you can use it as a tarp. It goes over goes over your head like this, and then you can have a pack behind it. That's pretty good. Got hung up on something there. Have a little drawstring here. I hope you can hear the sound pretty well there. Nice little hood, and things are great. And then you can clip it up on the sides to kind of seal it off as far as you need. So nice. I'm going to say a 10 out of 10 on this item. Next thing we have here in the basic box is the Duke Cannon Balm 140, and it's a lip balm made in the USA, SPF 30, blood orange mint. Smells okay. Not my favorite smell. I actually have a very similar one that I carry backpacking. It's kind of on a little dangler, hangs on my pack. Very, very handy to have, especially if it's windy and dry. Nice little item. I'm going to say a 10 out of 10. I like it. Next here we have the 5-Star Gear Schmog. I think that's how you say the Schmog part of it. And I've never had one of these, but I've seen these everywhere, and you usually see them in the Middle East. People wearing them in the deserts and such, and they're kind of an air filter, or they just protect you from the sun. And it's just a big bandana sort of thing, and you can use it as like a scarf. A lot of people will wrap their head and use it as a shawl, or might have seen that type of thing. Basically to protect you from the sun, and it's kind of a nice little woven material. I like the feel of it. You could use that as a towel. You could use it as a lot of things. I like it, actually. This is a really cool thing. I think I'm going to keep this probably in a bushcrafting kit. So that's a really good, I'm going to say 10 out of 10. As far as I'm concerned, that's a really nice item. Next thing we have here is the Joshua Tree Winter Face Stick. Now, it says wind protection for exposed faces. So if you're snowboarding or anything like that, or if you're just out in the woods and it's really windy, you can put this on your face, and it's an SPF 15, handcrafted in Michigan. So that's kind of cool. Joshua Tree. It smells all right. It has a very, very light smell. Nothing too robust or nothing too strong, which I like. I don't want some weird smells going on my face, so I like that. I'm actually going to use this for backpacking when we're out in the sun. Sometimes we end up bringing a big thing of sunblock if we're out for a long time. I think this will be a good thing to bring. SPF 15 is pretty good. I probably want a little bit more, but I'm going to say 10 out of 10. The next thing we have here is the Auto Wax Heavy Duty Fabric Wax. And this is made in Portland, Oregon. Heavy duty fabric wax. It's basically a beeswax, and you can put it on wax, fabric, denim, tin cloth, duck cloth, canvas, and much more. Very, very nice stuff. I like this a lot. We are going to definitely be using this. I'm saying 10 out of 10 on this. You guys know that previous BattlBox, we got this pack, and we've been really using this. Awesome pack, guys. I really like the box that this came in too. That was another excellent box from BattlBox. But we put a different wax on that, but this is something we could definitely put on there and maintain it with. Or, for example, these Fjallraven Vita Pro pants. They're also the G1000 fabric. You can put wax on them. They do have another under wax for these, but you could certainly put that on any, cloth that wax can go on. So here we go. That's a 10 out of 10. I like that. That is it for the basic box. Now if you go on to the advanced box, you get two more things. And the first one is this Mission EndurCool bucket hat. And it has some real tree camo on it. Put that on here. See what it looks like. So there we go. I guess for hunting, or it's supposed to keep you warm when it's wet. So I don't see a problem with that. It looks like a pretty sweet little hat. We'll keep it on here for the rest of this thing. So as far as hats go and for hunting and the camo, I'm going to say a 10 out of 10. I don't see any problem with that hat. Or actually, maybe a 9 out of 10. It's probably not the highest quality hat, but it just depends on the style and if you like it, the way it looks. It's made in China, and it doesn't say the size here. So I'm not sure how big this is. So there we go. That is the Mission bucket hat. And the next thing you get here in the advanced box is the Yaktrax Walk Traction cleats. And you guys have seen these all over the place. Yaktrax, I've heard that name. So pretty good. And they basically go on your boots for traction, especially in icy conditions and snow. Some people say mud, but I don't see how these would really help in mud. They'd just get more mud caught up on your boots and shoes. So I'm going to say just for ice and snow and all that kind of thing. Pretty stretchy, and they'll fit, I think, any boots, because they stretch pretty far. So that's a nice little item. We use these a lot, especially my parents use these. I think they're great. So 10 out of 10. Nice item. The next thing we have is the Pro Box, and that's $100 to subscribe to the Pro Box. And the thing that you get here is the Dex Shell Trekking Waterproof Socks. Now, in terms of socks, I have never thought of waterproof socks. I usually have, waterproof shoes or boots, but if you don't have waterproof shoes or boots and you want any of your shoes to be sort of waterproof for a day or two, after that it would just get nasty to have them wet for like 5 days. But these are large waterproof socks, and I haven't really tried them on, but I've kind of looked at them and read about them a little bit, and they seem to be a very, very high quality waterproof sock. So what this is a merino wool, warm wicking, antibacterial sock. It's breathable, and it's about mid-calf and mid-weight, and it's a large. So that's a US 9.5 to 12 size. So if your foot is 9.5 to 12, you should be able to fit into this sock. And it looks very, very well built. I really like the way they've done the seams, and it looks very comfortable. So that is a 10 out of 10, I think, if you're looking for a sock. I think they cost $40 if you want to buy them separately. So that's a good deal right there. Okay, the next thing is this jacket that you're going to have to order. And they already asked me what size I am, so I have a size medium jacket here. And this is basically a Uncharted Supply Company waterproof jacket. So let's check it out. It's a midway zip, and let's get into it. Very, very fluffy kind of jacket. The thing about this, though, is interesting, is you have these snaps that you can stuff like leaves or any kind of insulation, your spare clothing, maybe a shemagh, stick it in there, and basically that's going to put the insulation on this jacket. If you don't want the insulation, you just want it to be sort of like a waterproof jacket to wear over your clothing. That works as well. It's really nice and bulky, so it'll fit a lot of clothing underneath as well. Sort of extra long sleeves if you want to stay warm. And it has a hood, nice big hood. So it's a really nice thing to put into your pack just in case you need a jacket, and it packs down into a pretty small little package right there. So I like that. Just in terms of the construction and things, I can see that it's not the best. You can see, like, for example, right there, things don't come together quite straight. Same with that. I'm going to classify this more of as kind of an emergency jacket that you throw into your car, you know, or your first aid kit, or bug out bag or duffel bag that you have in your car or whatever. It's really good for that. So I'm going to say, in terms of the quality and all of that, I'm going to give it like a 7 out of 10. Just having experience with other Gore-Tex higher quality stuff, I wouldn't rely on this as my first priority kind of waterproof jacket. It's more of an emergency kind of thing, I think. So for that's the reason I'm giving it about a 7. And now we get to the Pro Plus box, which is $150. You get the SOG. Let me tell you what this is. This is the SOG Kiku Satin Folder Large. Now, this is a big, heavy knife. You can see how big that is. It's like a, it's almost like a big fixed blade. So here's just a little more knife, you can see. So that's a really big knife. It has a deep carry pocket clip, and it has another one in there if you want to reverse carry, or if you want to left-hand carry it, left pocket carry. Yeah, ambidextrous. I like that. Thumb studs on both sides. And the steel on this knife is AUS 8, which we've actually bought another SOG knife, and it has that. SOG is a pretty good company. So in terms of just kind of the way the knife operates and the way it handles, micarta scales here, feels actually pretty decent in the hand. Kind of an interesting blade pattern there. You could take a look at that, see what you think of that yourself. It's got a hollow grind right here, and then sort of a flat grind here, and then a secondary bevel all the way along. So kind of an interesting looking knife. Pretty big. I'm not sure if I'm going to everyday carry this. More of a utility kind of knife, I think. So there we go. That is the Pro Plus box. And that is BattlBox, guys. So mostly overall, like I said, pretty decent box. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hopefully you found this video useful and helpful for you. Please watch our other videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see links popping up there in the information button. And as always, guys, don't forget to praise God for everything He provides for us and for you. I'll see you in the next video. Over and out.